Hello and welcome to Lifetime on Cork, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pull up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Current.
And I'm Tawny Safieddine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tawny back in the
Tawny
house.
fucking
Hello.
Safieddine.
Michelle is my middle name.
Really?
Tawny Michelle Safieddine.
It's a beautiful
Tawny,
name.
what a great name.
It's a beautiful name. Tawny's back with the best voice in podcasting.
Yeah.
We've discussed it before. We'll discuss it again.
Yeah.
Best voice.
You
Hire
have-
me for voiceover, please.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
you
you
could
sound-
totally...
Like,
I
you
mean,
could tell me.
You sound like an Alexa.
I want to. Alexa does not laugh like that.
No, she-
But
I wish she did. I wish Alexa did.
yeah, I have had those thoughts of fuck Siri, fuck Alexa, fuck
Yeah.
whomever. Like,
Just say Tawny.
I can sound like a machine. I can sound more machine than a machine.
That's
Please.
right.
Tawny.
It's a gift
Tawny.
and a curse.
Play Foo Fighters.
Hey, Tawny, what's the weather?
72 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
But like.
Now playing Foo Fighters.
Wow. Tawny can
That's great.
multitask.
That's wonderful. And it's perfect. It's perfect.
Well, welcome back.
Thank
so
you for having me back.
we had you on for a lifetime, but refresh my memory of what that was because I don't remember.
Was
it a Christmas?
It was a springtime princess situation.
Yeah.
Fake country. She was like a gardener.
I'm pretty
or like
sure
an
that was
architect.
a Hallmarky.
Hallmark.
I'm
Okay,
pretty sure
yeah.
that was a Hallmark.
Yeah.
It was a Hallmark thing, and then like the prince was like having his like time amongst the people.
Yes, and
And
he had like
then-
a black servant,
Yes.
which was like really problematic.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And she was like a valedictorian. I don't know what. And
'Cause
a
I
Georgia
know
Pete.
that
This
you
was like
don't
took place in Georgia.
do TV movies really. Like you don't really watch them,
I don't.
or you don't really watch TV in
It's-
general, right?
I do watch TV.
I don't know.
Oh.
I thought you were too cool for TV.
I'm
and
not
too busy.
cool. No and no.
Okay, great.
No and maybe. I don't have like a cable.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that I mean, but if I did, I would be like going through stuff and be like, oh.
But
yeah.
you have like Netflix, because
Like-
I don't have
streaming.
cable either. I don't actually
now
have
watching now playing on Netflix.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
that was
Netflix,
perfect.
Prime.
Tawny,
I got
please
Hulu.
play Netflix.
So you're all on demand all the time.
Yeah, on demand.
Okay, got it. So
Now playing Christmas Prince.
yes,
I
Christmas
think
Prince.
that was a Netflix thing. I don't know.
It was.
I felt so comfortable with
So
that.
your lifetimey, like women in peril type of thing,
That
probably
I'm
not
not-
too familiar.
correct,
Okay,
correct,
so
correct.
this movie today
I've
was
seen
quite
Sharknado.
right.
Oh, Sharknado.
That's sci-fi.
Sharknado, very different. But so this movie might have been quite a departure for you because this is
Yes.
very much a Lifetime movie.
So this is like bread and butter.
Well,
No.
the age of the protagonist is higher because it's called. Ready, Drew?
Please.
Psycho Granny. Not to be confused with Killer Grandma, which came out the week
it's a
before.
whole-
And
Also
I can't,
on Lifetime?
Also on Lifetime,
whole
Killer
other
Grandma.
thing. It's a whole
It's a
other
whole
thing.
genre. And Killer Grandma, I preferred to Psycho Granny, but Killer Grandma is not streaming on YouTube, so I could not. I mean, I could have someone over and watch it, I guess. Maybe
Yeah.
Justin Swinson should come over again.
Yeah, we'll
He's
figure
my
it
bud.
out. Yeah.
He's my buddy.
I hate this title.
This is awful.
I mean,
Psycho
It is
Granny.
like it is. It's
Ew.
horrible. It's and I'm like, who the fuck uses the word granny in their day to day? Nobody
one.
uses granny.
Yeah,
Nobody
one
uses it.
No one wants to
No
be a
one.
granny.
No one wants that.
And I was trying to think about it because I was like getting mad about this, and I was like, oh, I guess the only thing would be Granny Smith Apple. But even then, that's just like a positive thing. Like this is meant to be a sensationalized title. This
Yeah.
title is supposed to like evoke kind of humor, kind of make you think like, oh, is this gonna be campy or like how is this gonna be? Because anytime I mention the title to someone, it's like, oh,
Well,
and I'm like,
using the term psycho is like
Rude. It's rude.
It's rude.
It's,
It is
all
rude.
of it is rude. All of it is rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lifetime is not problematic. I mean, we talk about Hallmark being racist as hell and
This was
like
a little
very
racist.
conservative. This movie is. I mean, Lifetime is also falls into that category because they're also filmed by the same companies or they're filmed in the same areas where they don't really cast people of color. But Lifetime's problematic in a different way because the way that they treat women in movies is as victims, as psychos, air quotes on what psycho means. It's just an all-encompassing, it's an all-encompassing thing for like a crazy person, you know? So they are problematic. And this is a good example of that. And we will talk about it.
Okay.
So the movie stars, Robin Riker, Brooke Newton, and Matthew Lawrence.
Yeah, I was surprised about that because I was like, oh, I know his face. He's a Lawrence brother.
Joey Lawrence's middle brother.
Do you know? Because I also looked this up. He's married to Cheryl Burke.
Yes,
Dancing
from
with the
Dancing with
Stars.
the
They like
Stars.
just got married like a few weeks ago.
Oh.
And I was like,
You know-
damn.
You know what's weird about that?
Oh, wow.
On like the cover of like People or Us Weekly or something, it was like Cheryl Burke and husband Mary. And you're like, dude, Matthew Lawrence should at least be named in the article. He wasn't.
You know, he was
He looks good though.
Yeah,
Like
he
I
looks
didn't know he
fine.
was as old as he is.
Yeah.
he was one of the kids.
He's probably my age.
He's 39.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like
not 39.
I
well,
know.
I'm, yeah, I mean, I'm,
I'm sorry.
I don't know how old
I'm
you guys are. I'm
29.
sorry.
Wow. Yeah, I'm 25.
Connie,
so
I'm
I'm
29.
ageless because I'm a machine.
that's
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
You are a robot.
You are a robot. so.
But yeah, I was happy to see him.
He was one of the kids
Uh-huh.
in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
I don't remember that. I just remember reading it on Wikipedia. Also, I will say I was happy to see him. However, he sucked. He was so boring. I was like, you're bored and you're boring and you don't even want to be here. And it's not even like your character is bored with this situation. Like you as Matthew Lawrence are done.
I think he's
And
just,
you're just
sad
getting-
that his career has come to this point.
But I mean, even if it's gonna be at that point, like embrace it a little bit.
Have
I
fun.
don't- like
Have fun with
yeah.
it.
Have
Be like,
fun with it, dude. Have fun with that, bro. No, but
Yes,
he's not.
he's
like
not.
do you not understand that a lot of people are trying for all of these parts?
I mean,
I would love to be
I would-
Matthew Lawrence's person in this. Like,
Yes, absolutely.
I should be
Character,
Matthew
role.
It
Lawrence.
would
That's
be
what I meant
fun.
to say.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
it
I
would
be?
be fun.
Look at me.
You
Yeah.
should.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I mean,
You're
I'm not
great.
not super sexy, but
You're
I'm
sexy.
I'm kind of sexy.
You're sexy.
I could be sexy.
You know, that's why
we
people
all could be.
people listen to this podcast for like the sexual chemistry between me and Drew.
Right. Everyone
And
can.
I'm very
everyone can
uncomfortable,
hear
so
it.
I
Right?
should
It's like
leave.
so weird. Like,
Everyone can hear it, but
Right.
when you see it, it's different.
It's completely different.
It's true. It's true. Okay, so jumping into the movie, because you know we have talked about the movie, but we have to talk about the movie. So Granny is serving a turkey dinner to a family. Okay, and she is giving a speech. Now I brought a clip of the speech for you,
Okay.
Drew,
Yeah.
to hear.
Okay.
And I just want to say, if I were to play the granny, I would have done. This might be my new monologue for agents. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Spent with the family in months. You're always away at the office, wrapped around your cell phone. Or is it your secretary? We don't really know, do we?
So shady.
Susie, it was good of you to change your plans at the last minute to be here. I know you'd rather be getting high with your hoodlum boyfriend. And speaking of the devil, the inestimable Rip. Thank you, by the way, for actually washing your hair before joining us for a meal. I know that you would much rather be banging Susie in the backseat of your car, but... And last but not least,
Oh, it
Shannon,
switches back and forth.
a complete and utter failure as both a wife and a mother. The only thing you were perfect at was ignoring everything wrong with this family. Perhaps if you'd been able to take a day or two off of pill popping, you might have noticed what was happening all around you, but alas, no.
She says, "Alas."
I understand.
Best use of the word alas
Yes.
is in this. And I will say,
Word
when
alas.
this happened, or just the way that this opened, I was
This
like,
is the beginning.
and I was like, oh my God, this is so strong. I am on board. I know she's bad, but I love her.
Me too.
I love her for calling
Dude,
out.
it goes-
I
it
love
goes-
her for calling out everyone on their shit. The only thing I took offense to was like, oh, like, so glad you washed your hair. And I'm like, I don't wash my hair frequently, so how dare you talk to me that way? So I felt like that was personally attacking me, but
yes.
That
The shadiness.
I love
so
it.
the
Perfect.
switch
Perfect.
the switch around on the angles of her
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
was like this is like a nerdy thing, but like Gollum
Yeah.
in
Oh, cool.
fucking Lord
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
Rings.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see
It was
that.
like
I
where
can
he's
see
like-
that.
Yeah.
And talking to himself and like
Are you going to say what comes after this?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Drew the clip because I actually have the clip. I posted all this on Instagram because I was like, is this a family Thanksgiving gone wrong, or is this a whatever? You're gonna see what the alternative is.
Yeah.
Because it's truly shocking, and I
Okay.
and it's the beginning of the movie. So I'm gonna play it for you, and I just want to see your reaction.
Okay.
Ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I wanted to take this opportunity to tell you that I'll be moving on.
So the
And
whole
so
family
shall all of you
is
be.
dead
We just won't be going
at the
together.
table.
Yeah. Everyone's like,
They're all poisoned. And then you get the title card. Psycho Granny.
Perfect.
Jesus.
Yeah. And you're like, okay,
Well, that's
I'm ready
fun.
for the ride. I'm ready for the ride of
Yeah,
this movie.
I'm ready for that.
So basically, we have Granny. She's giving a speech. She's disappointed in her whole family. She spills tea on everybody. She like roasts everybody in the family. And then you realize they're all dead.
They're all
And
fucking
she
dead. Wow.
poisoned them.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it was poison? I don't know why I assumed it was like stabby.
Well, they had foamy mouths, so I
Okay.
just assumed poison.
Okay. I didn't I couldn't tell.
I
She was also talking a lot about like being the perfect family, and like perfection is her thing. And I was like, I'm kind of on board with you about this. Like,
right.
I don't
She's not wrong.
disagree.
She's not wrong.
I don't you're not wrong. You're just an asshole, lady.
Yeah.
You're just being an asshole.
So we have Samantha. She's our protagonist, okay? She is a mess. I mean, she does have Matthew Lawrence as her husband, so
Okay.
there's
yeah.
that.
That's fair.
Like,
But
barely.
Sam
I mean,
is...
I couldn't have Matthew Lawrence as my husband. If you're
Right.
We all could have him as our collective
Absolutely,
husband.
absolutely. But she's...
Look at him, he's bored.
Yes.
He needs something to
She's pregnant after a slew of miscarriages, okay? Yes, she's been trying to get pregnant, but she had so many miscarriages that she's
Just
very
a
nervous.
slew of
a
them.
slew of
It
them.
was so ham-fisted,
What a
and then like
nightmare.
the whole, not just that, but her mom died.
Yeah.
So she's grieving over her mom. Do we ever know how her mom dies?
No.
Nope.
We don't know.
No need.
No need for that.
But yeah, so she's pregnant. She feels bad that she didn't tell her mom before she died. So she's having a lot of like weird issues. Okay, so they're going to finish up like paperwork for the like estate or whatever. And there's like a really heartless lawyer that's just like, just sign here and sign here.
She
and
was
like,
so rude, and then
so
she tried to be
rude.
sassy, and then I was like, "Shut up,
Yeah.
Mrs. Wicker." I think was.
yeah, it's like, you need to relax. But at the funeral home, Granny shows up, the Granny. And her name is now Colleen. Mm-hmm. So the Granny who killed all the people, her name's Colleen. She's like, oh, hi. Oh, I'm so sad. My daughter died. And Samantha, is like, oh, that's weird. My mom died. Could they be the same person? And they're like, yeah, I think they actually are the same person.
So, Sam's mom was given up for adoption.
Yes.
So there is that long lost.
The biological
Okay.
mother.
Thing.
So Colleen is claiming, Psycho Granny is claiming to be the mother, the biological mother. That's why they've lost touch.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I kind of understand.
yes.
I sort of kind of understand.
Right. Well, exactly. So do we watching the movie. Later that night, as the rude lawyer is closing up shop, going through some paperwork, she gets attacked by Psycho Granny Colleen. And then Colleen calls Sam and she's like, "Hi, I have your number now from the paperwork that I got from the lawyer I killed, and let's set up a lunch date."
Can I say about the death? I was very upset that it was like off screen. Because I was like, okay, you've already showed us a bunch of deaths in the beginning. I'm expecting to see way more death. And instead it's like, she goes to give her a blow to the funeral home lady. And then it's like cut away. So we don't see it happen. So it's like, okay, so we're backpedaling here. And also during that, the ominous music was so ridiculous.
From the clip, I can...
Right.
Yeah,
it was even more ridiculous though at that point. And also when before she calls her, after she calls Sam, she has her like scrapbook of
all the people, the families she's taken over.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, families that she's infiltrated and people that she's killed. But at the same time, I'm like, good on her for making the time to scrapbook everything, you know? Like,
Yes.
like I'm so proud of
good at
you. Like,
scrapbooking,
and she really is. And I was like, good on you for that. And like her making her clippings and
That's
stuff
right.
of all the murders she's done. And I was like, are you also a bullet journaler? Because I bought a bullet journal and never made it. So I need to learn from Colleen, except anything with regards to murder.
Mine is like the murder.
Yeah, I
But
don't care
just,
about the
like,
murder,
minus
but
the
like
murder.
the way,
Yeah,
like how
sure.
organized and detail-minded she is, like those are goals, you know? Like I aspire to that level.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So Sam has a friend whose name is Amy. Okay?
Fuck Amy. She was so annoying. I hated her.
She sucks. Because Sam's like, okay, this lady, like, it's kind of weird. She invited me to go to lunch with her. I'm a little nervous. Can you come with me? And Amy's like, no, I can't go. I have to go get my bangs trimmed.
Okay, wait.
Yeah,
she said I have to go get my bangs
has
trimmed
bangs.
because
Yeah.
okay, the thing I was too distracted because like right beforehand she was like, Sam, I'll do anything for you in this, you know, like you're grieving, I'll do anything for you. And then Sam said something, and then Amy says, "You dummy," and I'm like, you bitch! Like, how dare you be all like caring and comforting to your friend, and then pull a 180 and call her a dummy? Like, she's very vulnerable, and you just call her a dummy, and apparently you care more about your bangs. And by the way, her haircut is
terrible.
awful.
Terrible.
Her haircut is
Yeah, no,
awful.
it
Her
looks
personality
bad.
is
It's
terrible
bad.
too. Like,
It very
and she
much
also
looks
was
bad.
like she didn't know. Like, the actress didn't know if she wanted to be, like, fun, quirky, and
Yes.
was, like, trying to be, like, sweet,
Oh,
but
okay.
also, like, sassy. And I'm like, fuck you, Amy. You suck. You guys are supposed to be friends since high school.
Yeah.
This is why Samantha is as lonely as she is, because you are constantly
You're like
negating
the
her.
worst best friend.
You're horrible. That's why Samantha's so lonely, because, and then also too, like Matthew Lawrence's character Brad was like, oh, Sam, I know how you can get, and you're so codependent, and like everyone is talking shit about Samantha to Samantha, so she's already like in a vulnerable spot, and then her
mom
mom's
just
died.
died. She's
pregnant
pregnant.
after a slew of miscarriages.
Jesus Christ.
And everyone
That's a
around
lot.
her
Yeah.
is so shitty, and like she doesn't have a ton of friends or even casual acquaintances.
Well, and this is why Colleen can infiltrate, because Colleen is just like working pushing all the buttons, like saying all the things that she wants to hear.
Oh,
So
okay.
Sam actually is really warming up to Colleen. They talk about memories with the mom, and Colleen's like, oh, it was so hard to give up the baby. And she asks Sam if she's pregnant, and Sam's like, that's a little too much information. I just met you. I don't want to tell you right now. She's like
Right.
keeping it close to the vest because, you know, that's weird for a stranger to ask you if you're pregnant. Also, don't ever ask anyone if they're pregnant. They'll tell you if they are.
Yeah, don't.
So
Yeah.
there's that.
It's like vegans.
But Colleen leaves the lunch and she's like walking around in the neighborhood because she gets a house like close by to Sam's house. She like buys a house. Anyways, a neighbor.
it's a nice house.
It is. They're all nice. They're all nice.
I don't like Sam and Brad's house. Their house sucked.
Oh.
Okay.
I love it. HGTV, call Tawny.
Look, I trust you.
Call Tawny.
Well, mostly
trust you,
because they
Tawny.
kept saying like later on they're like, oh, like our porch. I'm like, bitch, your porch is a literal bench, like a park bench on a yard.
Damn.
I mean, that's...
She went there. She went
Look,
there.
Tawny, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds
She
great. As a
went.
back
I mean, Drew,
porch.
you don't have a porch.
I mean,
you do have
kinda.
a back porch.
Yeah, we have a back porch.
Why am I not? Let's hang out there sometime.
No, we'll
Anyways,
hang out there.
okay. So Colleen gets recognized by one of her neighbors, and her neighbors is like, "Helen, girl, is that you, Helen, girl?" And Colleen's like, "No." She's like rolling up her window, and the woman's like, "Girl." You know, the window's like going. She's like, "Girl,
No,
hello,
wait,
Helen."
wait. Yeah.
And then she's like gone and drives away. So something's going on. Colleen's not Colleen. Colleen's Helen. Helen's psycho granny. Who knows?
And there was some stuff in Portland,
Okay.
but they're currently in
try-
Seattle, but
I'll trust
basically
that.
it's Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
I'll trust that.
So Sam and Colleen have tea, but no tea is spilled. Okay. Except
No tea is spilled?
spilt.
Oh, okay, great.
They were in a fun-looking diner. That's the only thing I
Yes.
liked.
When Sam goes to the bathroom,
Why would I think that tea would be spilled?
well, it's just a gay term. I'm just saying, no tea, no shade.
Oh,
Spilling the tea.
I'm dumb. I'm a dumb.
Spilling tea.
I'm a dum-dum
Anyways,
with that one.
it's
Drew is
it's-
a dum-dum.
Yeah, Drew's a dum dum. Thanks, Amy. Cut your bangs.
Dummy. Oh, God. Oh, fuck, Amy. Oh, my God.
Oh my God, you're Amy. So
no, I'm not. No.
Tawny, am I a dum dum?
Drew, you are a dum-dum.
Thank you, Tawny.
okay.
Also, a dunce.
Oh,
I gotta put
that
a dunce
explains
cap
the
on.
hat. So Colleen and Sam, they're like having tea at Colleen's house, but Colleen's like, "You can go to the bathroom, but do not flush the toilet. Do not flush the toilet."
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. Oh, actually, I do know because Colleen. Okay, so Sam goes and pees in the toilet. Colleen's like, "Oh my God, I have to pee. I drank too much tea." She goes to the bathroom, puts a pregnancy test in the toilet, and takes a pregnancy test off of Sam's pee. That was
I
already
thought
in
she
the toilet.
syringed it.
Sure.
She syringed the pee mixed with water out of the toilet and then like pushed it out onto this pregnancy test
Yes,
to determine whether or not Sam was pregnant. And yeah, she was pregnant.
she's pregnant.
like,
and now Colleen knows.
What the fuck?
As
Like,
this is
what
all
the
happening,
fuck?
as this is all happening, Drew.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a lot. So
This is a lot.
as this is all happening, Sam is like looking at family
Oh,
photos.
she's going upstairs.
and
She's
like,
being sneaky.
Yeah, she's like looking. You know how people put photos on the stairwell.
Sure.
So she's like looking. She's like, all these families are different families.
And there are a lot of photos, like or a lot of picture
a
frames.
lot.
Like it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not like four frames with like mom, dad, brother, and then a shot of everybody. It's like a fuck ton of picture frames
Okay.
featuring a lot of random ass
It's just
people.
a shitload. Yeah.
Yeah. So she knows something's kind of weird, but she still spends time with Colleen. And
Oh wait! But she, Colleen, are you gonna say that Colleen flushes the toilet?
Oh yeah.
After she has this like big to do of like, don't flush the toilet, my septic tank, yada yada yada. Colleen is a dum dum and flushes the toilet, and then that startles Sam, and then Sam comes scurrying back down and is like, "Oh, I wasn't doing anything." Like, no.
Yeah, but she wasn't like, "Why did you flush the toilet when you told me not to?"
She didn't say that though.
She didn't.
Yeah.
So Sam and Colleen are like spending all this time together. They run into Amy at the park, and Amy, dumb idiot with her bangs, is like, "Hey, you pregnant little bitch." She's like, "You pregnant little bitch," and then
pregnant
Colleen's
bitch.
like, "I
Look
knew
at
you
you."
were pregnant. I knew it. So now Colleen knows that Sam is pregnant from Amy just being like a stupid like conversation about pregnancy.
Just
And
like-
also, as someone who has a phobia of vomit and vomiting, I like when Sam and Colleen were walking in the park, and then all of a sudden, Sam was like, "Oh, I don't feel well. Like I just need to take a sit. Like yada yada yada," and then she like starts puking. I mean, granted, you just hear it, and
You
I was
hear
like,
it.
I was like, I hate this movie. This is garbage. Why is vomit used as a storytelling device in so many things?
It's
Do you know
true.
how
It's
often I
true.
have to block my eyes when watching a movie or TV show because vomit occurs? Because it's like, oh,
That's fair.
plot point vomit. Vomit is not a plot point.
In a
people.
Lifetime movie, if a woman vomits, I've said this in another podcast.
Yeah.
If a woman vomits and then her friend smiles knowingly,
She's
pregnant.
She pregnant.
she's pregnant.
Pregnant.
But Matthew Lawrence finds out that Sam told Colleen, and he's like,
Oh, I
"How
forgot
could
about him
you-"
because he was so boring
Yes.
and bored.
He's like, "How could you tell her this? Like, she's a practical stranger." And she's like, "She's my mom's biological mom. Like, I want to bond with her." And Matthew Lawrence is like, "This is not cool. I don't trust this." And he's not wrong, because Colleen is parked outside their house while they're having this fight, okay? And Matthew Lawrence's coworker,
Okay.
what's his job? Who cares? The coworker's name is Todd. So there's that.
Oh, it's Todd.
He pulls up and
an
he's
easy
like,
one.
"Hey, excuse me, why are you parked outside my friend's house? What are you doing here?" Colleen stabs him in the neck with a knitting needle because she's a psycho granny.
Oh, right.
Which-
and it has to be a knitting
knitting
But the
needle.
needle.
okay, so this coworker friend was dropping off some like papers, whatever, or like an architecture thing on the porch, on this non-existent porch in front of their house. That's really just a bench, and.
Okay.
And then
Sure.
she stabs him with this knitting needle, which I'm pretty sure was just like wooden knitting needles. And I'm like, if you're gonna use a weapon,
It's like a chopstick.
if you're gonna use a weapon,
Oh, yeah.
use a metal knitting needle, or like unless it was a plastic one that looked like wood, but I'm pretty sure it was not sharp. And I don't think she had the strength to stab a wooden knitting needle in that dude's throat.
And
but she
he
did it apparently.
He dead in
He's
the
super
middle of the
dead.
neighborhood.
I think
Middle of the
I
neighborhood.
think she has that strength.
She's
It
a psycho
doesn't-
granny.
It doesn't taste that much. Even a chopstick, like I could stab a chopstick.
I don't
Okay,
think
in
so.
all
your
right,
neck
all
real
right.
easily.
Don't
Okay,
stab me.
don't
so-
do
No, like
that.
in your neck. Look,
So-
no, Tawny, think about it. I can stab a chopstick in your
All
neck
right, all right.
super easily.
I don't think so.
So
Yeah.
Matthew Lawrence
Stop looking at my neck.
goes on a work trip, okay?
Stop
He
holding
leaves
that.
Sam.
I'll put that in chopstick.
He leaves Sam with Colleen, and Colleen and Sam are like bonding even more. They drink more tea. They do massages.
They do, but before you do that, when she was killing the dude,
Yes.
this was when I was like, okay, the writers forgot, or like they just remembered that, oh, the title is called Psycho Granny, so let's have her do something psycho or like be kind of, quote crazy.
Yes.
And before before or after she stabs that coworker dude, she suddenly has evil eyes or like her reflection when she's looking in the rearview mirror elicits this like evil version of her voice that's telling her to do
yes.
like bad things.
She has inner voices.
Oh, she
And it's
has
like
some
it's
inner
such
voices. Okay.
but her inner
There we
voice
go.
is just like a slightly deeper version of her voice.
Yes.
And I was just like, are you serious? So she has seemed relatively normal aside from the murder up until now. Sure, she's into bullet journaling and into scrapbooking and into life hacks.
Yes.
But now all of a sudden after murdering this dude, she has this she hears this voice when she looks at her reflection. But only when she looks at her
She's like-
reflection.
Hello.
Yep. It's like the Lifetime classic, like a mental,
Yeah.
like
It's
how
so
other
bad.
voice.
It's so bad.
very irresponsible. So
And the massages do happen.
They
and also she's a great
happen.
masseuse too.
yeah, she's great.
So
masseuse.
so many great things
She's
about Colleen.
also like making a nursery in her home. Colleen is for the baby. She's like, I'm gonna babysit, whatever. And
Okay.
Sam is like, this is weird. Like, why do you? I'm appreciative of your efforts, but this is like a little too much.
But yeah,
Like,
you got to chill out, lady.
and
You
Sam
got to chill out, Granny.
tells her friend that Matthew Lawrence is like kind of controlling like her situation. Like he's
I feel
like,
like he doesn't get me, and also their relationship is not great.
Stupid,
Like
yeah.
they he doesn't get her, she doesn't get him. They just happen to live in the same house. That's what. And so one thing that I don't know if this was like later on or not, but there is a point where again, like they're just so shitty about mental health in this movie.
Yes,
because he's like he's like, well, maybe you should take the medications that the doctor recommended for you to take for this, and she's like, no, how dare you? And then her friend is also like, oh, how dare he suggest that? I'm like, no, how about the fact that you guys need to figure out that different things work for different people and they need to figure out what works for them. Don't just poo-poo medication and don't just poo-poo whatever semblance of self-care this poor shambles Samantha is able to do. Because even Colleen was like, oh, okay, like I have some homeopathic stuff that I can do. And again, they're all just like, oh, poo-poo this, poo-poo that, poo-poo. Like, fuck all of you. Mental health is important. And clearly Sam needs a better support system because she has none. And the closest thing to that is Colleen, who's giving her a massage while making her a nursery.
Yes. And
good God.
And Amy, the friend, she goes to Colleen because she's like, I'm going to do a background check on Colleen. Something's weird.
Yeah.
So she does the background check and finds that something was like weird in the 80s. You know, the 80s.
1983.
And she's like, okay, I'm going to talk to Colleen. She goes to Colleen and she's very aggressively is like, okay, let's talk. And Colleen's like, come in for some tea. And we know how tea works out with Colleen. Not well.
Not good.
Not well. So Colleen smashes Amy in the head with a tea kettle. As you do.
I mean, as you do.
And
you don't want to.
Amy doesn't like die.
Naturally, you know.
So Colleen strangles her with a rope in the garage. Like, you know, when you pull up the garage and like have that little thing. And,
so this was one of the life hacks that she like, the string that comes down in the garage.
Yes.
And earlier in the movie, Colleen was showing Sam like, oh, like I read this thing on the internet that if you put a tennis ball on this string, like you'll be able to know how far you can park in. Exactly. And so she pulls off that string and strangles Amy with it after hitting Amy with the tea kettle. And also after like when Amy arrives, Amy just like comes in like full blast and is like, yeah, granny. Like she's like,
psycho granny.
Like she literally says the word granny twice. It's the only time we ever hear the word granny.
It's true.
In the movie, and
You're a psycho granny.
It happens twice.
Yes.
And it's also like she was like, what do you want from Sam? Do you want money? And I'm like, these motherfuckers, all they care about is money. Because initially, too, when they're like, oh, like you have a long-lost grandma, Sam? Like, do you think she's rich? Maybe you can get money from her. And I'm like, why do you all assume that only rich people give people up for adoption? Like, that is not how this shit works. And also, like, what, like... At first they're like, oh, you can get money from her. And then now it's like, oh, you want money from Sam. Like, what is it with you guys and money? Shut the fuck up, Amy. Your bangs are horrible. And I actually wrote down.
Her bangs are horrible.
I wrote down, I hate Amy. I can't wait for her to die. And then when she died, I was like, I'm glad she's dead.
Like, goodbye, woman. Yes. So she's dead. And they frame it like she looks like she killed herself in the garage with suicide or whatever from carbon monoxide.
I did not. I was just so like, ugh, that I didn't.
Yeah, you're like, goodbye. So Matthew Lawrence is back from his work trip and he is arguing more with Sam about like, he's like, I'm going on another work trip. I don't know. I feel like he was always on a work trip. But before he can go, Colleen syringes him in the neck. So he's like going to his work trip and she syringes him and
just like in the public.
He was like going to his truck.
Yeah.
And then she came out of like nowhere, just through the back and just like he had like some sort of like instinct that made him look around, but he looked around, saw nothing, continued on his merry way, and then got stabbed.
Yes.
In the neck with a syringe by Colleen.
Like, so he's like in like some type of like captivity or something. This is giving Colleen more time to spend with Sam. And they're like doing like a little knitting club. They're like talking at Colleen's house. And while they're there, Amy's phone goes off, and it's like a special ring or something that Sam recognizes. She's like, why is Amy's phone here?
And this was like the second or I don't know what time that
Bicycle, I want to ride my bicycle.
Yes.
This was like the second time that a phone ringing kind of thwarted Colleen's or like put a wrinkle in Colleen's
She doesn't
plans.
understand technology.
And I'm like,
Because she's a grandma.
but she knows
She
shit.
knows.
But I'm like, Colleen, put these fucking phones on DND.
Yeah,
put
turn them off.
Turn them
off. Put them on Do Not Disturb.
Turn 'em off.
Put them on the most silent you can make them.
Literally turn them off.
It'll help you murder these people,
Yes,
Colleen.
yeah.
I'm rooting for you, Colleen.
Right,
I want you to do this well.
You
talk
started
about
off so strong.
perfectionism,
Yeah.
and yet you are not perfect
Yes.
with the way you handle
So
this
Colleen
situation.
brushes it off.
Colleen.
She's like, we were planning the baby shower. She just left her phone here.
Yeah.
No big deal. But while Sam's like not really buying the lie, she is looking at the photos again. She finds a photo of like,
This was so bad.
yeah, of like a man at like the Grand Canyon. It's like cropped, and she like takes the thing out of the frame, and it's like the photo is cropped. It's like the man with a woman and a baby.
But
right?
she hides this bulky ass picture frame under her shirt and is like, "Oh, I have to go home." And then she sees the rest of the photo and the family, etc. But I'm like,
yes,
like Samantha's so bad.
so that photo will come back. And Matthew Lawrence, by the way, is hooked up like in the basement to an IV.
He's in the nursery.
Oh, the nursery to an IV. Okay.
Okay.
So
because
Sam.
Colleen's also a registered nurse, by the way.
Oh, great, good. So
Perfect.
Sam gets a call from Jill. That's Amy's friend. This is my notes. Colleen is not Sam's grandmother. Oh, Jill must be the woman who's running the background. Sam's not it's not her grandmother, and she has a daughter named Melanie. Okay.
Okay.
So apparently
Sure.
Colleen was on a trip in the 80s with her husband.
At the
and-
Grand Canyon.
At the Grand Canyon, he went missing. They had a baby together. That was Melanie. Foul play was suspected but never proven. And then Sam tracks down Melanie somehow, the baby. And she's like,
Baby's a lawyer now.
baby's a lawyer. She's like, okay, hi, Melanie. I don't, it's like raining or something. And Melanie's like, I don't care. Let's just get inside. It's like gonna rain, okay?
Okay.
And it's like starts raining. And then Sam's like driving home now from talking to Melanie.
Yeah.
And she's worried that she hasn't heard from Matthew Lawrence. She's like, he was on his trip. She gets home, and then she gets chloroformed.
Yeah.
Yep, chloroform cloth to the mouth. And I was like, is this some homeopathic chloroform that we're
Yes.
using? Because Colleen, you are into
No, it's
homeopathy.
it's a legit chloroform.
But you don't know what
Straight
Colleen.
up.
Yes.
Okay.
And Colleen is like talking to Sam as she's like coming to. She starts like roasting her friends like she did with the people we saw in the beginning of the movie.
yeah.
She's
Okay.
like, your friends suck, blah, blah, blah. That girl has terrible bangs, and she's like not the best actress. And, you know, Amy.
Matthew Lawrence
Right.
doesn't want to be
Matthew
here.
Lawrence doesn't want to be here.
And all he wants to do is go to work, yet he does not want to be here and does not want to work on this movie.
Yes, but she admitted to killing them all, and she's like, you know, I did it for family. I want to be with you and the baby, and I love you and the baby. And she's like, Sam, you know, she ties her to a chair. She brings up Melanie, and she's like, Sam's like, why did you do this? Like, if you want me to have this baby, like, what's going on? And she's like, you know, we're living up to your standard of perfection. But Colleen is like, oh, wait, I'm lost. Colleen, wait, this doesn't make sense. Well, because they're trying they're trying to justify the whole like thing with like some like monologue, you know, from Colleen.
Okay.
But it's like not really adding up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end, it's just kind of like what basically happens is that.
And this is happening in Sam's house.
Yeah, it's
now.
at Sam's house. But basically, Melanie shows up, the daughter, and she's like, I got a weird feeling, and I'm going to fight Colleen now. So the mother and daughter fight. And
Sam
they
was
save-
tied up, and
yeah.
Sam kind of got her, like, fist free and, like, tried to punch Colleen, but it wasn't big enough. Or
Yes.
it wasn't, like, a hard enough punch. And thank God Melanie former baby, current lawyer.
80s baby from the picture.
Okay.
Current lawyer comes into this unlocked house
So random. And
to
hits
save the day.
Yeah, hits Colleen with a tea kettle. Remember when she
Yeah.
killed her friend with the tea kettle? So very
Tea kettle
symbolic,
is
very bringing it back.
Basically, kitchen tools are the best weapon.
Yes,
I mean, they're
weapon.
the best
And she
weapons.
knocks out Colleen, and then we get like the thing of like Melanie being like, "Sorry, my mom tried to kill you." It's so awkward when that happens. I'm sorry for all the trouble.
Yeah.
And they hug, and then Matthew Lawrence is like wheeled out because he was in his IV, and
Well,
he's
also Melanie was like,
Jesus
oh, you know,
Christ.
like
Wait,
I'm sorry,
okay.
but I want to get like, I know she's not good, and I know she's my mom, but I just want to make sure that she gets the help that she needs. And I was like, good on you, Melanie. You're the only one who cares about mental health in this movie.
Yes.
And even so, this is tenuous explanation at
But
best.
also, like, I don't understand though.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
like, right.
because
Well,
so
she
am I-
killed your dad, Melanie.
So
Yeah.
just so you know,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I didn't watch this movie at all.
No.
I'm very lost.
Well, Matthew Lawrence
And,
was
like-
just wheeled out.
Yeah. Well, what's your question?
Well, my question is, so like the granny,
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
the
Colleen.
psycho granny,
Yeah.
Colleen, she like what the fuck is going on with her right now? Like,
So-
because that's where I'm confused because there's a lot of names you guys talk
So,
about. I'm trying to
Colleen-
figure out where
Colleen
she.
had her villain monologue, okay?
Yeah,
She had
okay.
Sam tied up. And
Okay.
she was like, I did this for the baby. I want to be the best granny I can. And
Okay.
as she's doing all this and Sam is like about to die, Melanie, the 80s baby,
Okay.
comes in and hits the bitch with a tea kettle.
And
Oh,
Melanie
okay.
is
So
Colleen's
that's who-
biological daughter that
Yes.
she gave up, that she put up for adoption. So like Colleen's MO
Okay.
is to pick up like family members who don't have family at funeral homes or whatever. Like that's her, like
Oh, okay.
that's her thing because
Great.
she gave up
That's her
someone
job.
for
Yeah,
that's her thing. Like she's like
She's like the superhero.
yeah,
of
she wants to
that.
have a family, so and she knows that other people in the world don't have families, so,
So she
wants
finds
to
people
she
that
wants
are
to find
victims.
people find people who are
Okay.
victims,
Yeah.
find people who are lonely, and she wants to give them the perfect family that they crave and that she needs.
Damn, that's like 'cause it's very intricate.
It is.
There- like
it is.
Yeah.
It had potential.
Yeah, yeah. So the movie ends with, Matthew Lawrence and Sam are like kissing and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, baby." And then we cut to Colleen in the mental hospital and she's like talking to the doctor and the doctor's like, "Okay, we're going to do these pills." And she's like, "That's fine." And then she looks at a photo of the doctor and she's like, "I'm going to get you next, doctor."
Oh, she's gonna get him next. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's
Sure.
true.
I thought that it ended with Matthew Lawrence just being like, "I love you, Sam, and I love you too, little girl," because that's literally what he said. "I love you, and I love you too, little girl." So
And
the
we
big
all
To the
love-
baby in the belly.
Baby
And then
and-
we all love each other.
But knowing that, so Colleen was like,
She's on to
I'm
the
gonna-
next. On to the next.
They're gonna try to make a sequel
Yeah.
out of that.
So,
Probably.
yes. Well, I don't think so.
Probably not.
I honestly don't think so.
No.
I mean, I can't even picture. I watched this
Well,
movie.
they've left
I
it
can't even
to-
picture Sam in my brain.
Yeah.
I don't know what this woman looks like as an
she's
actress.
blonde and she has a mole and she's
No,
probably pretty. I
No
don't
recollection of her at all. She was so bland and like
know. She was
like,
really bland.
Yeah, Psycho Granny. I know because she's like an actress from like actual things.
I will say, I would love to know what her skincare routine is because
She looks great.
she looks amazing.
Uh,
Another thing for me to model myself after.
yes.
Scrapbooking, bullet journals, skincare.
So,
Colleen's
on the podcast, we either pour it up or put a cork in it. Tawny, what are you going to do to this movie?
Put a cork in it and then break the bottle.
Oh.
I hated it. Yeah, she looks great. This was so it had some fun potential. It was like downhill from the first scene. The first scene had me be like, all right, I hate the title, but I'm on board. This is gonna be a fun romp. It's gonna be something something campy, something to enjoy, and also like that's a strong way to open a movie.
It really was a strong opening.
It was just so boring. The way that like the colors of the film were boring. Everything was boring. The houses were boring. Everything was so boring. I hated it so much. I hated the characters. Amy was awful. Put a cork in it, and then
smash the bottle. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Okay, Drew, what about you?
You know what? I'm going to put a cork in it. I was very confused the entire time you guys were explaining it to me.
Oh, no.
100. I had no, I was like, wait, who? Wait, I'll just keep who cares?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Aw.
It wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't fun.
it
That was
wasn't
not a fun. That wasn't a fun explanation of a movie.
And there are movies that are bad, but they're like so bad that they're fun.
Right.
Like there's like movies that are like good bad movies. This was a bad movie.
Well, when it's a bad movie that is also confusing.
Yeah.
Or has too much to it. Like if it's a bad movie, but it's like super simple.
Yeah.
I'm good. I kind of like it. Like, give me the simple shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of backstory on this one that is unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Like I was
It's
like,
convoluted,
there's too many characters
raises too many
involved.
questions. There's actually not a ton of characters though.
No, not even.
But like
Unless you count all
guys
the
had
versions
to-
of Colleen.
True.
But you guys had to explain to me all these different characters,
It's true.
and I'm gonna cork it.
Okay.
Cork it up.
I'm also gonna cork it. I mean, it did start strong, and I did like the sassiness of the granny at the top.
Mm-hmm.
However, like the adoption storyline and like all that stuff.
Yeah,
there's just a lot of like very Lifetime-y tropes that were pulled into this that didn't necessarily need to be there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
too many
like,
of them. Yeah.
It just got too convoluted.
Yeah.
And also the core relationship with the Matthew Lawrence and the Brooke Newton character. Like,
I didn't give a shit about either of them.
like the relationship with the two protagonists, like you don't care about them at all.
I was like, y'all should get divorced.
Yeah, totally. So like, what's the point? And then Amy, the best friend, was just the worst.
It's like the Spider-Man 3. There was too many villains.
Right.
There was like 5 villains in that.
Sure.
God.
The fact that my favorite character in this was the villain
Yes, me too.
is like, I don't know what that says.
Yeah, this is probably not the best way to do a Lifetime movie if I'm rooting for the villain, you know? So, yeah, put a cork in it. Okay, I think that wraps up our conversation about Psycho Granny. But before we go, we have a favorite segment of This Weekend every week. What you say, Candace, Cameron, Bure. On my wedding day, catch the bouquet. Candace hates the gays. Candace, Cameron, Bure. Drinking rosé, eating creme brulee. Can't share with me. Candace, Cameron, Bure. Yeah. What you say, Candace, Cameron, Bure.
I love that so much. That made me so happy. Did you say she
Yay.
hates the gays?
She hates the gays. Well,
I don't know if she hates them. She just doesn't.
She won't.
She's an idiot.
She's a social conservative.
She's a dum-dum.
She won't support the gays in anything.
She won't outwardly say it.
Oh, Candace,
Yeah, she'll like be like, gays are fine as long as they do my hair and my nails, my makeup.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
They can style me.
Yeah.
They're my friends if they work for me.
I have gay
I
friends.
know one.
I have gay friends.
Yeah, but she's not for gay rights or marching into gay pride or anything like that. No way, Jose.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. I sometimes confuse her with the one who is the college scandal.
Oh, Lori.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're similar. They're on the same show.
Okay.
All right, I have a short clip today.
Oh, yes.
Fuller House,
Okay,
Full
okay,
House,
okay,
Fuller
okay.
House.
Okay, yes.
Short clip. We'll play it and we'll talk about it. I don't know what this is, to be honest, but we'll see.
Who knows? Let's see.
Yourself, do not wear a jumpsuit to the hockey rink. Because when you gotta pee, whole thing has to come off and it's freezing.
Wait, what is she promoting at the end of that?
Her Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Her Christmas movie that's coming soon.
Why was she at a hockey rink?
I think her husband plays hockey.
I
and her
think-
kids play hockey.
Good. You know
Okay.
what? This is a good PSA.
A good
though.
PSA.
I think this is actually a valid, good PSA for her.
Don't wear a pantsuit to an ice rink.
Do not wear
I love
a
jumpsuits.
jumpsuit,
I love rompers.
jumpsuit.
I love them.
but don't wear one to a hockey game.
Because it's cold.
Yeah, or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's cold, and if you gotta go pee, you gotta take the whole motherfucker off.
You don't have to. I mean, it could still be around your legs. Like that's not technically.
But that's what she means.
I mean, you're
You know?
literally naked.
Yeah.
You're super naked, and then you just gotta
I mean, you still have like I don't know. I don't know what she's wearing underneath that.
probably nothing.
Well, then maybe she should invest in some undergarments
Yeah.
But you still gotta take that off.
or a diaper.
You know,
Well, you still gotta take that. Oh, a diaper. Yeah.
A diaper you
that's
don't have
good.
to take off
Sure,
unless
sure.
you go home.
Got a little diaper.
I mean,
That's what she should be like. PSA.
PSA,
Wear a diaper.
Yeah, right.
If you're wearing a
when Candace
jumpsuit.
starts spawning diapers is when I will
Poise.
stop
I-
doing the podcast.
That's when I will stop
yes. I mean,
listening to anything
right.
and watching.
Well,
anything,
I'll be
I
old,
think.
I hope.
Yeah. Hopefully
Yeah.
we'll be old
There
too.
you go.
We'll be so lucky.
There you go. So I think that wraps up this episode. Tony, do you have
Yeah.
anything to plug in the pluggy time of the show?
Okay, I don't know when this will like air.
Probably like
I don't know.
August.
At
Oh,
some
okay,
time- at
then
some point.
my thing to plug will be done before then.
Oh, okay.
But if it's not, come to see my solo show.
Oh, cool.
It's called Becoming Shakira. It'll be a super silly ass fun time.
That's so fun. Where is it? When is it?
Annoyance at 9:30 on Mondays from June 24th to July 15.
Oh, this might come
So-
out then.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, in Chicago, Illinois. So if you're listening from out of state, buy your tickets now. Plane tickets and
Yes,
show tickets.
That's right.
Yeah, get it.
It's gonna be fun.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Drew, how about you?
Just listen to my band, The Limbos, on Spotify and iTunes and all the other things that you can buy music from.
Wonderful. All right. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
thank you, listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime Uncorked. We watch these movies, so you don't have to. But if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the podcast at Lifetime Uncorked. Don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Goodbye.